Hey, what is up, everybody? I am here to give you my review for WWE Battleground 2015. If you want to see my other reviews of Battleground, my past Battleground reviews, you can click on the playlist right up there. And I did one on the CM Brothers channel, which you can click down there. And let's just get right into it. The show just got off the air, and I'm just speechless right now. I don't really know what to say, so let's get right into this. So we have the kickoff, and we had Renee Young, Byron Saxton, Booker T, and Corey Graves on the panel for the show. And on commentary for both the kickoff and the actual show itself, we had JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the Kid Lawler. And we find out Ryback's update, because if you don't know, Ryback was injured on Raw this Monday night. He had a staph infection on his knee, so we talked about that. Said he was rushed by a nearby hospital. Says it was killing him the next day. He was supposed to go to press conferences and stuff like that. And he says that he feels bad that he's not gonna be able to defend the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz in the Big Show. And then The Miz sends a tweet saying that Ryback's just scared because Miz would have been the brand new Intercontinental Champion. So no Intercontinental Championship match on the show. And then R-Truth gets interviewed, and he talks about how he's pretty much going to beat Ken Barrett and become the new King of the Ring. He cuts a really crazy promo, and I thought it was a good promo here. And he talks about how he is a true king, and how he's going to beat Ken Barrett. And then the New Day, which consists of Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods, they invade the panel. The panel, we're talking about the tag team title match between them and the Primetime Players, which consists of Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. And they talk about how they were going to be the brand new WWE Tag Team Champions tonight. And they were teaching Booker T and Byron Saxton how to do the claps. And they were talking about how they're pretty tight with Byron Saxton. And then Corey Graves asked, well, you guys weren't able to get the job done at Money in the Bank. How do you expect to get the job done tonight? And they said that they've had time to strategize, and they talk about how they were attacked before the match even happened, so the Primetime Players didn't really win, and they say that they're going to win the WWE Tag Team Championships tonight. So I thought this was fine. Then we get R-Truth versus Ken Barrett in the Battle for the Crown match. Whoever wins will become the King of the Ring, or retain the King of the Ring. And R-Truth, or you want to, if you can call R-Truth Ken What's Up or whatever you want. And this match wasn't bad here. Ken Barrett wins with the bull hammer. Not really a lot to say. I'm happy Ken Barrett went over because he really needed to get a victory, and he did win the King of the Ring, so it makes sense that he would win this match. So I was fine with this. I hope they can just push Ken Barrett, though. They really need to stop pushing him because he won the King of the Ring, and you really got to stop pushing this guy. You've screwed the... You've continued to screw up with Ken Barrett, so. And then we get a Paul Heyman Q&A session, and he's doing this with Tom Phillips. You can send in tweets to ask your questions. Tom Phillips asks him what Brock Lesnar what Brock Lesnar does to train before the match, and Paul Heyman says he eats, sleeps, conquers, and then he repeats and conquers somebody else. And he says that was a stupid question. Because Tom Phillips says, I assume that. He's like, well, if you already knew the answer, why would you ask the question? And Paul Heyman was even saying, you should make this quick because I got better things to do. And then he asked him, how many suplexes do you think Lesnar will hit on Seth Rollins tonight? And Paul Heyman said that he's going to hit as many as he wants on Seth Rollins. And he's like, I bet I already knew that too. And then he asks him, what happens if Brock Lesnar doesn't beat Seth Rollins tonight? Heyman says that that's not an option because that's not an absolute. I only go by absolutes, and I absolutely know that Brock Lesnar's the beast. And he got this great promo, and I thought it was really good. Paul Heyman was really good in this Q&A session here. And that was the end of the kickoff. It wasn't a bad kickoff. It was okay. Not really worth checking out though. So we get the actual show itself. We get the first match on the show. We get Sheamus versus Randy Orton. And Randy Orton's dominating Sheamus. He throws him into the barricade. He hits a wicked clothesline on him. Then eventually Sheamus hits 3 Irish Curse backbreakers on Randy Orton. He hits a knee to the gut. He starts really taking control of Randy Orton. And then Randy Orton starts doing his comeback. And he actually goes for the scoop slam. and Sheamus knows it's coming, but Orton knows that Sheamus is going to counter it, so I thought that was a nice spot. And then eventually Sheamus goes outside the ring. Orton starts to beat the crap out of him out there. Orton hits a back suplex on Sheamus onto the announce table. Then he gets him in the ring, hits a scoop slam on him. He goes for the rope DDT, but Sheamus counters that. Then he goes for the Texas Clover Leaf, but Randy Orton counters that. Sheamus then Sheamus hits the Celtic Claws. Orton kicked out of it. Then Sheamus goes for the Bro Kick. Orton counters, tries to go for an RKO. Sheamus counters that. Orton hits the rope DDT, goes for the RKO. Sheamus tries to roll up Orton, and Orton kicks out. Sheamus ends up hitting a Bro Kick, but Orton's too far away, too close to the ropes, and Sheamus is too hurt to make a cover. And then Sheamus ends up getting Randy Orton into the Texas Clover Leaf, and Randy Orton keeps trying to get to the ropes. I really like the psychology here because he didn't really think Orton was going to get to the ropes. He would keep touching it, but he didn't get to it. Then Sheamus pulls Randy Orton away from the ropes. Orton goes back, gets to the ropes, and then he ends up hitting the RKO on Sheamus for the win, so Randy Orton goes over here. I'm fine with this, even though Sheamus needed the win because he's the Money in the Bank contract winner. Randy Orton needed the win because he was kind of floundering anyways, so I think I was fine with this, and Sheamus needs to start, getting pushed though, since he is the Money in the Bank winner, but Randy Orton needed the win too, so I was fine with this. And then Stephanie McMahon gets interviewed, and she pretty much, it's weird seeing Stephanie McMahon as a face since she's been heel for so long, and it's just kind of weird. But she talks about how tonight, each member of Team Bella, which consists of Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, and Alicia Fox, Paige's team, which is Paige, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte, and each member of Team Bad, which stands for Beauty and Dangerous, I think, or something like that. That consists of Naomi, Tamina Snuka, and Sasha Banks, the NXT Women's Champion. And they announced pretty much that each of those teams can pick one person as a representative, and they're going to have a triple threat match, which I was pretty happy about that. I wish they would have built that match up a little bit more, maybe announce it on SmackDown or something, but whatever. And then we get the primetime players defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against Kofi Kingston and Big E with Xavier Woods ringside. Before that, the New Day cut a promo. They just pretty much talk about how they're going to become the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Xavier Woods talks about how even you have to lose sometimes to win. And they just say this is going to be a new day. They're going to be the new Tag Team Champions. And that was really it there. I should mention, too, in the Randy Orton-Sheamus match, everybody was really all for Randy Orton because it was in his hometown. I forgot to mention that. This match, I really liked this tag team match. I thought it was a pretty good tag team match. The primetime players, Darren Young hit a sick neck breaker onto Kofi. And they dominated the New Day for a while. Then eventually, Big E had a wicked Irish whip right onto Darren Young. He ended up going over the ropes. I think he landed on the cameraman a little bit. I thought that was cool. And Kofi and Big E dominate Young. One spot I hate that they do is those stomps that the New Day does anytime they're in a match. I just don't like that spot. I really don't. I just think it's annoying. But Big E Irish whips Kofi, and he ends up drop kicking Darren Young. Big E hits a splash on the apron right onto Darren Young. I thought that was really cool. And eventually, Titus O'Neil gets the hot tag. He starts beating the crap out of Big E and Kofi. He hits that big throw onto Kofi, which I like. And eventually, Big E distracts the ref. Xavier Woods kicks Titus in the ribs, and then Kofi hits a DDT on him, but Titus kicks out of it. And then Darren Young gets the hot tag. He starts going off on Kofi and Big E. And eventually Big E gets the upper hand. He tries to go for the Big Eddie, and Kofi's going to come off the top. But then Darren Young counters. Kofi Kingston ends up hitting a flip. And then Big E ends up going into the steel post. Darren Young ended up taking out Xavier Woods with a back suplex on the apron. And then Darren Young hit a gutbuster onto Kofi Kingston. And then Titus O'Neil hit the Clash of the Titus on Big E for the win, and they retain the Tag Team Championships. I really like this tag team match here. I'm really happy the primetime players went over because As you know, I really hate the New Day. I did not want. I thought they were going to win these titles back because the primetime players had their numbers. Um, they could still carry it out because I don't think Big E was the legal man when Titus pinned him. I think maybe it's just me, but I thought Big E tagged Kofi in, and but we're gonna have to wait and see. I hope that the New Day just doesn't get the tag team titles anymore. They just break up and nothing and done. So then Paige is backstage. She's backstage with Charlotte and Becky Lynch, and they talk about how they're gonna revolutionize the Divas division. They're gonna put them on the map. They said they're even gonna be better than the Superstars, and they want to do that. So I thought that was a good promo there. So then we get Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. Not gonna lie, I didn't think the match was that bad. I just wasn't invested in it because of the storyline and because Bray Wyatt loses, all his feuds and stuff. He just doesn't look credible. But the match had some good spots in it. Roman Reigns hit the Samoan drop on Wyatt, which sent him outside the ring. Wyatt hit the springboard, I forget what I used to call it, the high flying forearm. And then Reigns goes to spear Wyatt outside the ring. He ends up going into the steps. Reigns tries to powerbomb Wyatt. Wyatt counters that. Wyatt dominates the match for a while. Reigns makes a comeback. He tries to go for his apron dropkick, but Wyatt countered into a clothesline and then a senton, which was a good spot. He hit the senton right on the floor. And then Wyatt went for the Sister Abigail. Roman countered. He starts going off on Wyatt. Wyatt ended up doing the... and the crowd didn't really seem to like Roman Reigns in this match. They were all behind Bray Wyatt. And Reigns, Wyatt was doing the apron, the corner punches, and Reigns hit a powerbomb on him, and Wyatt kicked out of that. Then Reigns hit the drop kick, ended up hitting the drop kick on the apron, and then he went for the Superman punch. Wyatt tried to counter into the modified Uranagi that he likes to hit, and then Reigns countered that. Went for the Superman punch. Wyatt hit that modified Uranagi move, and Reigns kicked out of it. And then Reigns hit the Superman punch. Went for the spear. Wyatt went for the Sister Abigail. And then they both fought on the outside. Reigns threw Wyatt into the barricade. Wyatt grabbed a couple of chairs. I forget how Wyatt was in control. And then he throws him in the ring. And then Reigns attacks Wyatt. He beats him up, throws him in the ring. And then he goes to use the chairs. He starts getting some chairs. And then behind the referee's back, somebody in a hood throws Reigns into the steel post, super kicks him, puts him back in the win. Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail on him for the win. And who comes up out of the hood? None other than Luke Harper. I was really digging this. This means there's going to be like a Wyatt family reunion. I just have to get Eric Rowan back, but he's injured right now. And I hope that this happens. I really am looking forward to it because this is something that they should have done 3 months ago. But I'm happy they're doing it now. They should have never even broken up in the first place. And I was fine with this. It sucks for Roman Reigns because this guy just main evented WrestleMania and now he's losing to Bray Wyatt. But I'm fine with this. I want to see a Wyatt family reunion. They should have never broken up. And they can do a lot with this. We're just going to have to see what they do. Maybe this can spark, because I don't think this feud's over yet. This could spark some interest into the feud, I hope. But we're going to have to wait and see. Next, Bad, which is the whole group with Tamina, Naomi, and Sasha, get interviewed. And they pretty much just say that Sasha's going to be the one to face off, but be in the triple threat match, which I liked. So then we get Sasha Banks with Naomi and Tamina Snuka versus Charlotte with Paige and Becky Lynch. And we think it's going to be Nikki Bella. She teases that she's going to be in the match, but it ends up being Brie Bella. And Brie Bella is accompanied by Nikki Bella and Alicia Fox. This was an awesome... Well, I'm not really going to say... This was a good triple threat match. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. Actually, it really was awesome. And it got enough time. If only they had built this up a little bit more, this would have really been worth something. And I liked it. Sasha Banks really took control. She did that spot where she does the knees into the corner. And she ends up hitting both Charlotte and Brie with that. I thought that was awesome. And Sasha Banks dominates the match for a while. She takes out Charlotte, a lot of the match in the beginning was just done by Sasha Banks and Charlotte, and they were doing a lot of good stuff in that match. Brie Bella hit kicks to the chest on both of them, and she hit double drop kicks on Becky and Sasha. Charlotte and Sasha. Sorry. And then Charlotte hit her moves, the neck breaker, the stand-up suplex into the neck breaker, the spear on Brie Bella, the spear on Sasha, and Sasha it ended up hitting a sick neck breaker onto Charlotte. This was good, and then eventually it breaks down. Brie Bella ends up going outside the ring, and Nikki and Alicia Fox try to come for her, and then everybody starts going at it. Sasha dives on Paige, Becky, and Brie, and then Charlotte dives on Team Bad, and then eventually they get back in the ring. Sasha has Charlotte into the bank statement, and Brie Bella breaks it up, and then throws Sasha into the steel post, and then she goes for the face buster. Charlotte counters into the figure eight, and Brie Bella taps out, and Charlotte ends up going over here. Charlotte because she got Brie Bella into the figure eight. This was a pretty good triple threat match, and I was really enjoying it. They had a lot of good spots in it, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. This is what, if they continue to do this, and not just have matches, but have storylines with the Divas division, they could really pick up the Divas division, I think, and I hope that happens. But I'm going to remain hopeful for now, but I'm not going to be shocked if it doesn't happen. Next was John Cena defending the United States Championship against Kevin Owens. This was a good match here. I just have a problem with the finish, and I'm going to get to that when I get there. But they had a lot of good stuff in this match, a lot of near falls. Cena hit the leg drop off the top. Kevin Owens hit a wicked right hand, and he ended up hitting some spots on Cena. He ended up hitting this one spot. It happened much later in the match, but I got to talk about it now because I'm just thinking about it. Where he picked up Cena like he was going to do a suplex and just drove Cena's head right into his knee. That was awesome. Kevin Owens hit a senton onto Cena. John Cena went for his shoulder blocks. Kevin Owens picked up Cena, just dropped him. Then he hit the senton, and then Cena hit a what was it called? He had a face buster. He dropped He dropped Owens right on his face. He ended up doing this one spot where he got Owens into the electric chair, dropped him down, got him into the STF. That was cool. Owens did the reverse suplex off the turnbuckle. Cena hit an AA. Owens kicked out of it. Cena went for the stunner. Owens counted into a German suplex and did the cannonball into the corner. That was really cool. One spot, Cena went for the 5-knuckle shuffle. He had hit all his moves before that. And then Owens just got right outside the ring, went on the apron. And Cena didn't even know that was there. That was really cool. And then Owen hit all the Cena spots on him. And then he went for the AA on Cena, but he countered it. Owens went for the pump-up powerbomb. Cena counted into a hurricanrana, and Cena hit the AA, but Owens kicked out of it. Cena ended up hitting a wheelbarrow roll-up. Owens kicked out of that. Owens hit a super kick, the AA, and got Cena into the STF, but Cena ended up getting to the ropes. Cena hit a tornado DDT. Owens kicked out of that. And then eventually it all broke. Owens was able to hit the pump-up powerbomb. Cena kicked out of that. And then throughout this match, too, Owens kept constantly talking to Michael Cole, saying, "Call it how it is, Cole." And then Cena hit the AA off the top rope, and Owens kicked out of it. And the look on Cena's face was just awesome. I thought it really made it worthwhile. I thought it just really made the match good because Cena was just shocked. And then Owens was all out of it, and then he tries to roll up Cena. Cena kicks out, then the finish. Cena gets Owens into the STF. He tries to get to the ropes, but then Cena pulls him back, and then Owens is all out of it, so he ends up tapping out. Cena wins and retains the United States Championship. This is bullshit, because you would think that they took the NXT Championship off of Kevin Owens, that they would just put the United States Championship on him, I don't think Kevin Owens should be tapping out to John Cena because he's a big dominant monster, and now he's tapped out. And now that Kevin Owens needed to win here. They should have had Kevin Owens win. It was bullshit. John Cena had no business winning this match. Another problem I have with this match is now who the hell can beat John Cena for that U.S. title? Kevin Owens has beaten John Cena clean at Elimination Chamber. Who's going to beat him now that Owens lost and he tapped out? Who the hell is going to beat John Cena and get that U.S. title off him? They're going to have to really bring somebody up. Kevin Owens was the guy that should have beaten him for it. Like, there's really nothing they can do with this feud. Cena's won the feud. He won the final match. I just think that's bullshit. They should have had Kevin Owens win that U.S. title, because now who the hell is going to beat John Cena for it? It's just bullshit. What you could have done, too, is you could have had Cesaro and Rusev come out when Kevin Owens was about to win, attack them and set up like a fatal four-way at SummerSlam. You could have done that, but it was stupid. It was just dumb. They should have... The match was good, just the finish sucked, and that finish ruined the match. Cena should not have won this match. This is why people can't like John Cena. Next, The Miz comes out to cut a promo. He pretty much says that he was planning on winning the IC title, but then Ryback got injured, and he says that when the going gets tough, Ryback gets hurt. He talks about how Ryback was like this when he wasn't tough enough. And he says that he wouldn't have beaten Ryback in Big Show, and he talks about how Big Show isn't here tonight. Nobody's seen him since the Attitude Era, which was a great line. And he says that, I'm just like you guys in the universe. I want Big Show to retire. Then Big Show comes out, knocks out Miz, and then leaves. Miz even offered to reform Show Miz and take out the WWE Universe, but it didn't happen. But I'm like, this was just a segment related to Phil Time. That's all it really was. But it wasn't bad, I guess. Miz was good. Then we get the main event, Seth Rollins defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman ringside. The first match, Rollins is just towering away, and then eventually Lesnar just destroys Rollins with German suplexes. He continues to hit them. Then Rollins just tries to leave with his title. Lesnar jumps over the barricade, which was awesome, and throws Rollins back in. And then Lesnar continues to hit German suplexes on him. Rollins hits super kicks and Enziguri kicks on Lesnar to try to phase him. He tries to go after his hamstring. It's not phasing Lesnar. He hits dives outside the ring on Lesnar. And then eventually Lesnar just gets back to the ring, hits a belly-to-back suplex onto Rollins, and then continues to German suplex Rollins, destroys him. And then Lesnar ends up hitting the F5. Lesnar hits the F5 on Rollins. And he's about to cover him and win the championship, but then what happens? The lights go out, and the Undertaker shows up. I'm not kidding. The Undertaker shows up. Now, I did not expect this at all. Now, I heard this was linked. If this was linked on social media and everybody had expected it, I was at my mom's new house. That's going to be my new house soon. And there was no Wi-Fi there, so I couldn't go on any wrestling sites. So I'm happy I didn't get to see this because this would have been spoiled. And I'm happy because Undertaker is my favorite wrestler of all time. And he comes out. He's about to chokeslam Lesnar. Lesnar counters it. Lesnar picks him, Undertaker up on F5. Undertaker counters that. Low blows Lesnar. He ends up hitting a chokeslam onto Lesnar. And then he hits two tombstones onto Brock Lesnar. Celebrates and leaves. And this is going to make total sense because they can set up to a match at SummerSlam. Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. And this is going to be Undertaker's redemption match because Brock Lesnar conquered the Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. I'm happy to see this. I'm down with this. I thought this was a great way to end off the pay-per-view. It was awesome. And to be honest with you, I'm not saying just because of this. I actually like this pay-per-view. I did like the U.S. title match, even though the wrong guy won. I mean, I have to. Reigns and Wyatt had a good finish to it. The tag team title match delivered. The Divas match delivered. The right guy won in Ken Barrett versus R-Truth. Sheamus versus Randy Orton was good. I can't really think of anything I really hated on this pay-per-view, except maybe before the stuff with Reigns and Wyatt. But this pay-per-view I thought was delivered. I thought it was a pretty good pay-per-view. The ending definitely did it all for me. With Undertaker returning. That was good shit. That was fucking awesome. But now I gotta end this video off because I can't just talk forever. I can't wait to see what happens on Raw tomorrow. I can't wait to see. I wonder if Brock Lesnar's a heel now. Because now pretty much this is the only way that this feud can work. But if you want to subscribe to my non-wrestling YouTube channel where I talk about non-wrestling things, you can click right up there. And if you want to subscribe to my CM Brothers channel where I talk about both wrestling and non-wrestling things, you can click down there. You can click over here to subscribe. Over here, you can click right there to subscribe to my friend James the He-Man Hebert. He has 2 YouTube channels. James Hebert, where he makes custom Titantrons of wrestlers. And then over here, you can click on his Wayne Matthews Wrestling channel. I've appeared on a couple of videos there. And he's going to be making a comeback with that this summer. I hope. I don't know. But I'm going to be, because the summer's pretty much almost over, James. I'm sorry. But I'm going to be appearing on that in the fall. And I have a new Facebook group that you guys can, you know, join. It's going to be down in the description box. I'll also put it maybe in the corner up here. I'm not really sure. It's my YouTube channel name, Wrestling Fortune 44. That's where I'm going to be posting all of my YouTube videos from now on. And you guys can join that. We talk about professional wrestling. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I want to show you guys something real quick. You guys want a new cell phone? I mean, it's pretty good. It's in pretty good shape. You know, it's not cracked or nothing. It's not shattered. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. I will be back to give you a video at some point this week.